Alright, so I finally finished it. And we got the entrance. This turns off that light. We got the totally not modeled after real life appliances, washer and dryer. We have beige sofas, beige love seats, SHIRE coaster, the repetitive bookshelf that I wonder what it references. Flat screen TV actually has a mount. You can actually look at it behind the wall. It's not perfect in any way, shape, or form, but it looks good enough. It'll pass. Over here we've got the kitchen, we've got the sink, stove, microwave. Just fine, really. Whatever in these drawers. Usually I'd say these top cupboards are just like glassware and mugs. And then over in here we have the bedroom, which is actually, if you were to flip this video horizontally and watch it, you would be seeing a really close copy to what my actual room looks like. Like, I'm not kidding. My actual room kind of looks like this. I mean, the window's the same, the bed's in the same spot, the light switch is in the same spot, hell, even the closet's in the same spot. But, no it's not. I'm stupid. This closet would be over here. Anyways, yeah, this is partly my bedroom. I mean, I say partly because, well, you know, the SHIRE outfits and that. The closet would have been here, but I pulled a stupid. And over in here, we got the bathroom, which has mesh curtains that take up... How many parts is that mesh curtain? 24. That's just for the light to go through. And over here, we actually unplug, and yes, this surface is uneven by exactly 1 degree. So it's actually realistic for why the water flows into there. Anyways, we got, yeah. These light fixtures were actually taken from my friend. Also, this is what I'm really proud of. Just the way this was executed. It just looks so good. I would not stop, like earlier in the build, I would not stop gushing about this freaking thing because of how freaking peak it was. Anyways, a fun fact, this TV's actually modeled after the TV. Like, if this were the in real life living room, I'm right here, and the TV is... That is jarring. That is jarring. Like, I can swivel my head 90 degrees right now, and I'll see the TV. Yeah, and I see the TV right there. Damn. Anyways, if I actually took inspiration from 2 residences that I actually live at. One of which being my main home. In fact, that's where I got the inspiration for stuff like this and this room. This room is actually heavily modeled after one of the rooms in the upstairs in the current house. And same here, current house, bedroom, but closet doors over there, and it's flipped horizontally. Over here, this was inspired by an apartment I was at, and I'll go into detail on what that is if you know me, of course. Like if I'm sending this to someone and I'm showing them this, I will provide some like details on what I mean by like the apartment and the house, and like what I'm referring to by it, because. And then over here we got the kitchen, which is just mainly I was just going for my own thing here, really. Just like, I think we're gonna go for like a vintage kind of aesthetic here. And I think I executed it quite well. I went for like a blend of vintage and modern. And I think I executed it pretty well. In fact, I even put the little plus knobs, or whatever the hell those are called. I'm calling them plus knobs. I put the plus knobs on the sinks. In fact, I actually reused this sink. Asset reuse is my beloved. But yeah. Also, another fun fact. As you can tell, this is just under 1,800 parts, which means that if I put this into Astrocraft, like just for fun, if I were to put this into Astrocraft, this entire build. Actually, I wonder how much is this entire build? Like, so most of it probably comes from like the external stuff, like stuff like, yeah, like the Shire soup, the hangar stuff, like assets like this are probably what caused it to be so high. But yeah, I am so glad I got this done. It looks so freaking good, and I love it. This is my best build yet. And to be honest, I might even scale this down because, like, compared to these doors, Quadnine is a midget. Quadnine is like the size of a toddler compared to the friggin' monolith that is this door. Like, hell, my biggest avatar could probably fit in there. Let me check, actually. Chill mode Kerm, and I'm going to make absolute certain that I crank everything up to the absolute max. Let's see. Wait, am I? Did it? Oh, it just didn't work. Okay, let's try again. Alright, look at that. I'm like a freaking adult compared to these doors. Like, actually, no, I'm not even an adult. Like, that's like young teenager kind of height. So yeah, I really need to scale this stuff down. This place is like tight, like hell, how are you gonna reach that? I just realized. So let me go ahead and scale this down by say, actually wait, no, I'm not gonna scale it down at all. Instead, I'm gonna copy this. I'm gonna bring it over to here. I'm gonna teleport. And then I'm gonna scale it down by 0.9. Let's see, how does this navigate? And now I'm gonna go into casual Shire Quadnine. See, this feels a lot smaller, a lot more compact. Feels more like, yeah, kind of does feel like more like his size. Maybe scale it down just a little more. There we go. Perfect.